Number 10, TongFu versus IG. Even though IG would end up missing out on Vegas, they showed throughout the entire season just how close they were to returning to greatness, especially with Ferrari 430 at the helm. His mid-Lycan is not to be trifled with, as TongFu learned with this ultra kill that would ultimately close out the game and lead to a series win for IG. Number 9, LV versus LGD. ZYF closes up shop with a brutal Mana Void triple kill. Number 8, Tong Fu versus IG once again, with Tong Fu sieging hard. U9 tried to get the party started, but as they crested high ground, Ferrari slammed the door shut with a gorgeous 3-man clap and split that dropped one immediately and set up the route that would follow, culminating with a devastating 4-for-1 result that left Tong Fu licking their wounds and hoping for any chance to recover. Number 7, IG versus LGD. Sylar and MMY combined to blow Chuan off the map, but the waveform leaves Sylar a bit out of position. Thus begins the tale of the immortal Morphling, caught from behind by no less than 4 enemies, all focus firing him down. Sylar nonetheless buys enough time to allow his team to reset before rushing to his aid and making IG pay on the back of a sexy 4-man high ground ravage from In July. All told, what seemed to be likely a 1-for-1 ends up instead a 4-for-1, with Sylar notching 2 kills. Number 6, IG versus LGD, this time with Sylar laying waste to the bottom racks. Everything starts with an amusing Pugna for Lion trade as MMY finishes off June before promptly suiciding on the death ward, but this would be the high point for IG's defense, as the weight of Sylar's Morphling would come crashing down with a little help from In July's Tidehunter, who would go out of his way to spend a Ravage or 2 just to finish the game with some pizzazz. Number 5, LV versus LGD. Yao catches a double dose of cold under his own mid-tier 1 to kick off a bad exchange that would see 3 heroes down in nearly as many seconds. Things go from bad to worse, though, when In July tries to get a little bit of ground back with what would be a nice 3-man Ravage. However, LGD's follow-up isn't nearly as nice as LV's, as they'd eventually run off Sylar and give the big watermelon the chomp to make it a 4-for-1 overall. Number 4, same series, different game, even worse outcome for LGD. ZYF brings down the bat to get things going as Ling goes Super Saiyan and pursues the rest of the team, shrugging off Naga Siren's song and preventing any re-engagement from LGD. When the lady finished singing, a very hesitant Team Taobao hung around a little too long, a mistake LV was happy to take advantage of. With ZYF and Inflame leading the charge, all they needed was a little help from a beautiful blink stomp from Len to turn the beatdown into a rushdown, culminating in not 5, but a full 6-man wipe. Number 3, same team, same result, but this one might be the ugliest of all. LGD would get caught trying to converge on the Roche Pit and instead find themselves caught amidst a hell of ice, fire, and misery that would leave 5 corpses on the ground in a matter of only 20 seconds. Number 2, LGD versus IG, with LGD looking quite a bit better this series. They'd catch IG red-handed in the Roche Pit, tallying 2 kills while a BKB'd Ferrari claimed the Aegis and tried to make a break for it. In July, though, using every last bit of blink radius and taking an angle that can only be described as pure perfection, would slow his roll and grab one more at the same time. The follow-up was there. Final count, 3 kills and an Aegis as the windfall. And finally, number 1, LV versus LGD. LGD tries to get the party started, initiating high to low, but things go crooked in a hurry. A suspect Ravage and a nice Tornado EMP break things apart, and as was the trend throughout the entire series, LV's follow-up would prove to be perfect as they wipe the map clean, Aegis and all, on their way to a win not just in the game, but in the series as well.